Sammy Rae and the Friends are bringing their big band sound to the State Theater later this month.
Sammy Rae grew up in Connecticut but moved to New York City to pursue a career in music when she was 19 years old. It's a love that started when she was young and one she shares with her dad.
My dad played acoustic guitar and electric guitar a little bit when he was like in high school and college, and there was always a guitar hanging around at my house, but he didn't play much of it while I was growing up. He's recently got back into it, which is awesome. As I became an adult musician, he became an adult musician as well, and we've been able to bond over it.
I was seeing that you're a fan of Queen, Ella Fitzgerald, Bruce Springsteen, that their sound has kind of helped influence your own sound. So I'm just wondering, dead or alive, of those three people, who would you want to have dinner with?
I want to say Ella Fitzgerald because we would have probably a delicious dinner and then like a tea and then go to bed on time and have a beautiful conversation. But in reality, I think I would like to rip it up until the wee hours of the night with Freddie Mercury. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
I was really
it'd be a night to remember.
I was hoping you would say that because Freddie, I feel like, is the one to hang with.
He
for
is
sure.
the nightlife. Yeah,
absolutely. All right, so you do have a tour starting on the 16th. You and your band, you're going to be traveling all around the country, the world, really, for the next several weeks. I think I saw that you have shows basically like every single day now through November. So like, are you crazy? How do you prepare for something like that?
It's a lot. Being on the road is a way of life, and it's not for everybody.
All right, and we got two little bits. I need your help singing. Can you do that, Boston?
You're living in this bus and you're adopting this new sort of lifestyle, which is a whole different, schedule. You don't have to be at work until 5 p.m., but you're working until 2 a.m. So that's switched. You're sleeping in a moving vehicle. You've got all your best friends around you 24 hours a day. There's limited water. There's limited electricity. Living in a tour bus for an extended period of time very much is like camping. When it comes to this tour versus previous tours, well, the album that I have just mentioned that we've been making for the last year or so, good things take time. So we're not in the process of releasing any of those singles yet. They're still being worked on. We hope to start incorporating a few of those songs later in the tour. But in terms of, this tour, we're not promoting the album yet. We're also not promoting a recent release. We've created this whole world camp sort of its own thing. When it comes to this show, you can expect what the Friends are always going to give you, which is a great time to dance to all sorts of music and make friends and celebrate with the friends that you might have come with and just really let your hair down and be yourself and have a great time. You can expect that for sure, which is typical Friends.
What really sets you apart, I think, from other artists in general, other artists your age, is your sound. We're in this new day and age where it's like you can literally just push a little button to make everything work for you. And you really embraced this big band sound, and you do it so well. Why did you want to capture that feeling and that sound?
It's rock and roll. I mean, when the music that I really loved when I was young was classic rock and hard rock. And that was what my dad was listening to a lot of. And I wouldn't classify what we do as classic rock or hard rock because it's quite vibrant and kind of whimsical and quirky and silly and playful. But there are elements of rock and roll in there. And for the time I was young, listening to those bands and seeing what they looked like, it was always very attractive to me, the idea of a bunch of people traveling around the world and making art together all the time. And that's what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted it to be a big band because I wanted it to feel like a party on stage. And I knew I wanted it to be core all the time players, meaning, we all travel as a group, like the Rolling Stones or the Beatles or Queen. It's always the same players. And each of them is as important as the front person. So that's kind of just the vision I always had from the beginning.
when you're writing your music, I know I saw on Instagram that back in May you were like at a farm in Virginia seeing what songs kind of came to you. Is that kind of the method that you use when you're writing songs? Is it kind of like, okay, I'm going to sit here and see what comes, or are you just kind of like driving and it hits you and you got to write it down? Like, what is your process?
It always hits me out of the blue, and then I have to go somewhere and let it come to me. So I'm driving, or I'm in the shower, or I'm cooking, or I'm just sitting, and some sort of idea or some sort of turn of phrase that I've heard or something will come to me. And then that's like the seed. That's like the song seed. And then I will go someplace and just focus on that. Because once I get in, sometimes it's even just this like writing room with my piano, but more often than not, I like to go to the woods. And because New York City's loud, trying to work where you live is tough. So most of the time I'll go somewhere else, but it always will just come and it'll be there. And sometimes it'll stop me in my tracks and I have to run here and work on it. But more often than not, sort of the idea, the seed will come, and then I go somewhere and try to dedicate all my attention to it and just be really present, and the rest of it will come.
She's good. I want to see her now.
I do too. She's great. And you can catch Sammy Rae and the Friends next Wednesday, September 20th at the State Theater in Portland. We're going to have ticket information for you online. And just like another fun fact about Sammy, I just want to throw out there that I learned about her. She's obsessed with the International Cryptozoology Museum in Portland, like has posters on her tour bus, obsessed. So I want to go with Sammy to this museum next week, but nobody from the museum has gotten back to me yet. So if anybody watching has a connection, send it my way, please, because we want to go.
We've done stories on it. It's an interesting and quirky place, and it's not the kind of thing that you see when you're out touring on the road
Right.
and don't have a whole lot of time.
Exactly.